Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you enjoyed the last one. I hope it helped some of you. I know I had a lot of messages about the community products people were interested in doing for themselves, so I hope it all works for you guys. So today's video is a little bit different. Again, I'm primarily going to focus on the top 3 products of 2021 that I think and also research has shown are the best to sell, or the best at the moment on the market to sell. By all means, everyone has their own opinion, so yeah, just let me know your feedback, your comments. I don't sell these products I'm about to show you. Again, the people that know me or my previous videos, I have to enjoy the product. So some of you might see this as a really good product to sell. They are cool. I guess they are pretty good products. But again, I just choose not to sell them. So I'm going to use a website called Alibaba.com. So for those that haven't heard of it, it is one of the best wholesale websites out there at the moment. AliExpress is the same, but I think it's the same company, to be fair, owned by the same company and somewhere along that line. But Alibaba seems to be one of the best ones I've used anyway in the past. So, and I will still use going forward in the future. So yeah, this is where you would find, you can pretty much find any product on this. You don't have to sell the top 3 best products in the world. If you know how to market them, if we have like I said, you have a community that you found that sells a product Alibaba have, by all means give it a shot. So Alibaba is similar to a lot of websites. Amazon, they show their top sellers. Alibaba do the same. So you can scroll down and it should say down here top ranked products. So if we click on that for a second, right, so their top ranked products apparently is Lay's Thermal Underwear. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, here we got some of the top ones. I always tell my clients, keep things simple. Mobile phones are complicated, and can cause issues. I've heard of horror stories of people sold phones from like Chinese websites and stuff, and batteries exploded, caused house fires, and lawsuits are firing their way. Yes, admittedly, it's not your fault. It's technically the manufacturer, but it still comes back on you. So just be mindful when you look at, especially electronics or anything complicating, that you kind of know what you're doing. You've had some experience there and here, so I wouldn't go if you've never done this before. I wouldn't go straight selling mobile phones. Because most of them are knockoffs. You can't sell it as a real iPhone, because that there looks like a real iPhone. You may find a supplier that sells that, but they have to buy it from Apple themselves. So it's unlikely, because most of the stuff is Android. I have bought a couple of samples before, and they're just being cheap Android knockoffs versions of a real phone. You'll get that a lot on here, but as long as you do your research, look for the right traders, the right sellers, you'll be okay. I'll do another video in the future, or at a later date, about how to find the right manufacturer and seller on here. So let's just start off with my top 3. I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to contradict myself a little bit here. Wireless headphones are very good. They've been good for a long time. These ones are less complicated, just because there's there's no complex parts inside them. They have got a battery because they're chargeable, and they've got obviously some technology inside, but it's nowhere near as much as those phones. So you don't hear that many horror stories of earphone buds popping or blowing up. Well, I haven't anyway. But earphones are very good because there's so many types. I know Apple just recently launched their new series, so you would have to compete against them. Quality over obviously style and look. Some people like funky ones. So if we go on to the earphones now, it won't show all of them, but there is thousands of types out there. You can see there's all sorts here. So for me, I use my earbuds purely just for phone calls and business calls. I don't usually listen to music with them, because I prefer music out loud. But some people like music, so you might want to go for like a higher end earphone if you really like your bass and stuff. Doesn't mean you can't find a good quality one on here, because some of these are really good. I have tried a few in the past and they are pretty good. Always look at the reviews, get some samples, maybe test 3 or 4, see which ones are good on the bass. Some people like bass, some people like obviously the enhancement. The comfort, I'm very on the comfort of earphones. So, and the reason I have Apple, because I kind of everything I own is Apple, and I'm strange. I just like to stick to that. But where you'll get someone that might want something quite cool and funky, like these are quite cool here. Coloured ones are quite good. I do know someone on Etsy actually I spoke to last year, and they sell. They managed to find plain ones like this actually, but then they had skins made for them in animals, so like donkeys, horses. They did farm, wild, safari, and yeah, I think her store, like you can probably find on Etsy actually. You type in earphones, animals, but then she changed her way of doing things, and now they actually make them with animals on, so she didn't have to manufacture skins to go onto the earphone cases. So that's quite a big one if you're interested in doing that. She's on Etsy because she created those skins to go on them, where you can buy them generally like this. So yeah, if you're into animals, it's a good one. Another good one, I'm chucking some ideas to you here. I should be charging you guys, but another good one I was writing down recently is characters like Batman, Spider-Man, Robin, Superman. You'd be surprised people do buy them. They like their gimmicky cool things. So like I said, you can buy the plain case but have something on them. There's nothing on here, I don't think it's showing that, but you can find them. So let's just type in, I don't know, let's see if they actually do it. Let's say Batman earphones or earphone case. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't show it on there, but I have seen somewhere. It's definitely on Etsy anyway. But yeah, so just those little ideas. You might want to make a store with just different characters. You might want to do anything like that. So earphones is my first top product for 2021 to potentially look into. The second product, let's go to here. I've got it already here. Board games. So a lot of people think board games are seasonal, like Christmas, Halloween, etc. Mainly Christmas. No, it's all year round. The reason I'm bringing them up actually though today is because Christmas is coming, and it's the time of families and stuff like that. So board games are a massive seller at the moment. You'll get a probably increased sales from now and probably till around January time. Probably even December actually, then it will stop January onwards for a little bit. But board games generally sell quite well in shops, anything between £15 to £40. I know Monopoly, obviously they're a well-known brand, they sell for, they got all sorts of types now. I think I got a Star Wars one recently as a present. Again, I don't play them very often because I'm on my own, but when I'm with my family, we tend to play games anyway. But again, we play at Christmas. But some people do play it all year round. If they've got kids and stuff, it tends to be quite an often thing for them. So look into board games. Again, there's all different types here. I don't know for sure if these are branded ones. You might find some that are branded. So just be careful on the branding side of things. You don't get done for copywriting. Just keep an eye on those things. If you buy from a manufacturer that has a copyright brand authorization, they may give that to you as well to sell the product. It may come at a cost. I don't know. Otherwise, you can white label your own one. So these board games are all like generally made ones. Best thing to do is sometimes get them and try it yourself. Just look at them and see how it works, because you will get questions on your store. Like, how do I play this? Where's instructions? They all come with instructions. They all come with ways to do it, and I'm sure there's a video. But if you make a video yourself on your own website how it's done, it could bring you more custom. So just little tips like that. So that's the board game side of things. The last one I'm going to show you is bottles. So let's look at, I'm going to primarily focus on sports bottles because gyms are now filling up. Fitness is the thing right now. It always has been, but it is big out at the moment because everyone's kind of out of COVID and getting back into fitness. So I've seen an increase in bottles massively. I don't sell them, but I do keep an eye on certain websites. I do have some softwares as well that tell me daily the increase in sales, the decrease, and bottles seems to be close to the top. So you can white label your own bottles, meaning you can put your own branding on there. You can just, like I said, you can buy them plain and brand them yourself. You can gimmick them up a little bit. You can make them look quite cool, or you can keep it simple. It's a big competition because there's a lot of bottle sellers out there. So just be mindful when you sell them. Make sure you do a bit of marketing. They need to be a little bit different. But if you've already got several products on your store and you want something extra just to bring, I don't know, an extra bit of profit in, yeah, just put bottles in there and just sell the bottles, because they're easy. You can drop ship them, you can just buy them in bulk, do whatever you want, and yeah, take it from there. The only thing I would say is, because obviously the climate stuff and the eco systems, all the eco people out there are looking for new alternatives. A lot of the stuff isn't plastic now. It's going away from plastic. So you probably start to see bamboo. I just saw bamboo then. Yeah, here you go. Bamboo lid case. This is a glass water bottle. Just be careful with glass, because it smashes in posting. It's a nightmare. But people will start to looking for more eco kind of friendly alternatives. So you've got the metal, bamboo. I've even seen bottles made of sugarcane now, which is a new thing. So it looks like plastic. You couldn't really tell, to be fair, but it's biodegradable. So that's what people want. If you start selling just pure plastic bottles, it's not a problem still, but you'll get your haters and you'll get your likers. You can't please everybody, remember that. But bottles is a big thing. So just think, when you sell a bottle, if you want to sell bottles, just make sure you have some kind of niche, or you've got some kind of cool idea. An idea I gave to someone on my last video, actually it was day before yesterday, they just asked me for a bit of advice, is what can I white label my product as? Brand it or make it colourful? I said you could even go to the route of adding send me a photo option. It could, just be careful legal options and that things. People sending their family photos. But if they want that printed on their bottle, you could get that done. So depending on your manufacturer, if they can print that onto bottles, which will be an extra cost most of the time, you'll charge the customer anyway. So I know on credit cards, I had one a long time back, they could print a picture on your credit card. And that was quite cool, to be fair. So, and I think it still goes on now. I think some banks still do that. So it's no different to bottles as well. You can probably get that done on bottles. So yeah, that was my kind of short and sweet video about the top three products I think are the best for 2021 right now. It does show on research as well recently that some of those are the best ones. There's several others that are doing quite well. So if you do some research, you'll see that. By all means, you can go and look into this. You could probably try and sell them, give it a shot. They're low. I would probably say they're low ticket, so you're not going to blow too much money if you do buy them in bulk or you want to test it and drop ship it. But yeah, just give it a go. I won't go through on profits today. I'll do that on a later video. But just look into the profits of them, because you can see some of these bottles. As you see in shops, they sell for anything between £4 to, I've even seen £25 for a bottle, which is nuts. But they've got rent to pay, so whereas you don't online. If you sell purely from a laptop, you've just got fees and bits to pay, which should be no more than, I don't know, £2 or £3 probably. Depends on your margins, but so you could sell them for £8, £10. Just do some testing, those kind of things, and take it from there. If you've got any questions, just DM me. This will be on YouTube, so just comment below. Yeah, I'm happy to help anytime, and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.